On today's Minute of the Apes, I thank my friend Sean for bringing me a mimosa to help me through the nasty effects of too many glasses of wine that he bought me last night.
Wine.
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape! Exercise would an ape make a human down. It talks. You're the keepers of the divine bound. It is our only reason for survival. We are determined to know what the apes want. War or peace. The only good human is a dead human!
Hello and welcome to Minute of the Apes, the daily podcast where we break down every minute of the Planet of the Apes movies, 1 minute at a time. And I think I say that
Todd,
intro in my sleep, by the way.
We went to see Piff on Saturday, and you're still hungover on Wednesday?
I mean, that was one hell of a... So I told Richard when he got here, we record these on Sunday morning, and Sean and I went, his wife went, I took my daughter, we went to see Piff the Magic Dragon. If you don't know who Piff is, well worth checking out. Funny, a lot of fun. But... I was telling Richard when we came in, I was like, yeah, last time I do a double shot of wine. He's like, you can do a double shot of wine? It's like, yes, when they put them in sippy cups, which we go to a really nice theater here in the Arts District of Dallas called the Wiley Theater. Mm-hmm. And so Sean's like, hey, I got this first round. It's on me. And I said, yeah, I'll take a wine, either, Cabernet or whatever. And then she's like, do you want a double? And I was like,
yeah. Sure.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody ask me if I want a double wine.
Well, that's what I'm cracking up on. I'd like a rosé. Make it a double.
It was bizarre, but then
Put a head on that rosé.
I feel bad enough ordering White Claw and Truly, let alone walking up and asking for a double shot of wine.
What topped it off that when I say in a little tumbler, sippy cup, it literally was. And I get you're going into a theater. And
you don't want to spill a drink.
Yeah, this isn't like the top tier theater, but this is a nice theater, and they don't want crap everywhere.
What kind of wine is it? Is it table wine? I mean, did they give you just what?
I didn't see what they had.
I wasn't paying attention.
They literally
it was wine. That's what I knew.
Their bar was pretty well stocked, and so I didn't see who it was, but it was good wine.
Why did you order wine?
Because I'd already had beer with my daughter that afternoon. We went out to eat.
Yeah, Todd was eating.
Todd was my 16-year-old daughter.
I know.
Light her up.
Wait a minute. She drinking.
So my wife is off taking care of some family stuff. Abby and I are alone. We went and hung out and just had a great dad-daughter day. And I had a couple of beers, and I really thought, I can't take the heaviness of a couple more beers. I want something alcohol. I don't like a lot of mixed drinks. So I said, give me some wine. That's why I chose it. Yeah, a double shot of wine when you've already had beer, don't do it.
Well, so it's Wednesday now, and this was Saturday.
Yes.
Do you have that crazy disease where you can ferment your own alcohol in your
sugars
abdomen?
become alcohol?
Have you heard about this?
No.
I read a whole article like 2 days ago.
There would be people that, and it's very rare, like a person goes to the hospital and they think he is drunk off his ass. He's like, no, I don't drink. I'm not alcoholic. I literally don't drink. And they're going, you're drunk. We're running blood tests on you. You're drunk. And somehow the fermentation in his stomach with sugars and everything turns it into alcohol, and he gets drunk off like eating bread and shit.
It's an actual disease. Like,
really?
No, so it appears to be somewhat precipitated by some type of antibiotic reaction. They take antibiotics, and something happens in their gut where anytime they have carbohydrates, it ferments and they become drunk. And there are like entire studies of people that don't drink
and didn't know.
that family members would be like, they don't know why they're hot and cold. They don't know why they're hungover, that lost their jobs. There was a truck driver that killed somebody.
Is it April Fool's Day?
No,
this is real.
A truck driver that had killed somebody, and it turned he had a blood alcohol level, but he hadn't ended up drinking, and they've discovered that it's this disease. They can't cure it for these people. These people have to go on a carb restricted diet.
Oh my!
Otherwise,
or just get drunk.
Or if they have carbohydrates, it'll ferment and they'll be drunk.
Yeah.
Sean, you are truly
well, you got to find the positive in it.
It was like people who lost their jobs.
It's like, do you want
people who lost their relationships.
Do you want pizza and beer? No, pizza's fine.
And they had no idea. They had no idea that that's what was happening because they weren't drinking.
Because you wouldn't think, oh, I'm going to eat a sandwich and get hammered.
And they'd wake up hungover. They'd become belligerent. All sorts of these random things. This cycle of like weeks or months would pass, and nobody could identify what was going on. And then at some point, somebody does, and they realize they can't fix it.
I mean, it's gluten intolerance to the next level.
Can you imagine?
So I mean, that.
Can you imagine what it'd be like? No, I won't have anything, but I would like some extra fries.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a late night.
I need an aperitif. Can I get a cracker, please?
Okay, this is where I have to step in and guide us back towards it. We are almost in between territory. Let's make sure we go back to Escape from the Planet of the Apes. Sean, tell us what's going on with this minute.
All right, we're going to start minute 68 with Zira and Cornelia still going down that hill, and ends with a shot of someone being brought through on a gurney.
Here comes one Jerry Goldsmith kicking hard on the music minute for you of Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
What's the matter?
I think my pains have begun.
Oh, my dear.
Administration, doctor. It's urgent.
All right, as of minute 68, we have a planet's worth of humans plus 2 living apes, 1 who's pregnant, and 1 dead ape. Speaking of pregnant, I guess that 1 week due date announcement is kind of out the window.
Well, so I want to be fair to, and I think I said this to you, Sean, in the, when I edit all this, and do we go back and say, hey, we actually made a mistake? That when we kind of knocked the scene just a few minutes ago about her saying, I guess in 1 week, she had really peppered in one little comment earlier in the script that at least adhered to the idea of her announcing, the pregnancy and how long she's known, because she says before we left. She does mention that. However, it just, to go from not experiencing the effects of getting ready to deliver a baby
maybe
to
false labor or something like that, yeah.
a week to bam.
Well, I'm no pregnancy doctor. What do
You're
they call
not?
them? Gynecological doctor operating things.
Okay, seriously.
Vagina doctors?
I know you don't have a wife, but do you really not know what it's called?
But my question is, can't trauma bring on?
Yes.
Okay, so
I was gonna say,
she's in a traumatic moment.
They should have had her trip or something, and then go, I think it's going to start coming now or something. Instead of just
even if Cornelius had known what might be doing it, anything, it just feels so it's almost Dickensian convenience here.
Yeah,
where
like
it's
when you
bam, there
see
it is.
when Cornelius,
it is a movie.
When Cornelius. When Cornelius took out the orderly, you should have seen something like her wincing, grabbing her stomach then, or going when she went out the window, struggling a little bit more because her tummy's hurting.
So you wanted a little more moment to let us
Instead
know
of
that
just
it's about
all of a
to
sudden,
happen.
oh, it's going to happen.
Hey, it's happening. I'm having contractions.
Yeah.
I don't like these. This is another thing that I don't think that if you're watching this straight through, I don't think your mind thinks that.
Gotcha.
I think that it feels right. We know she's pregnant. You're under that illusion of what the story has told you. You're there, and it feels like what I should be happening. But when you're watching this woman at a time, that was one of those that really stands out as, boy, that's clumsy. Richard doesn't agree.
Well, no, I don't disagree, but it would have been nice to have a little more of her foreshadowing a little more grimacing here and there as she kind of moves to this moment to get there. But she does come down the hill, and inconveniently, she had the pains have begun.
Yeah, it's like right when she gets to the camera, all of a sudden she decides that she's going to be having a baby.
What I also like is that they Mickey Mouse the music to her wince. She goes, and he goes, bunk, right on. It's like, wow.
Is this still the era that they're actually watching the film and then conducting as it goes on? Like the orchestra's happening while they're watching the cuts?
That's how they do it. Now,
forever.
They write the music, but then they conduct it while watching the movie.
Now, let's say when Jerry Goldsmith puts in that bang, 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 I don't know that may be a choreographed
specific what's happening.
But yeah, that's a very That's a classic thing they still do today. I know as soon when I shake the cabinet behind me rattles. So.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out which plate it is in there. Anyways,
again, we're in Sean's new house, and so
The TARDIS.
we're still working it out.
basically, Richard and I, between episodes, have run around and tried to bash the house so that we can find all the things wrong with it so they can fix it.
There
That's
you
what
go.
I'm doing right now.
Yeah. We found an imperfection in the floor that's making a cabinet move as Todd bounces around.
Well, it's also because I weigh 300 pounds.
And he's
I'm just-
twerking right now.
I
guys. He's
am.
twerking.
He's
so
he's
excited.
working on that handstand kipping push-up.
She pregnant.
So, I mean, this is a lot of running and
Driving and
Yeah.
running it more. Yeah.
So let's talk about this for a moment. So what happens is we have a blue car that pulls up, which is not the car earlier that Hasline is driving. So we assume this is Hasline's car. He pulls. We see.
Good thing that they slowed down so the guard could wave him in.
Right. He opens the gate anyway.
Yeah.
Right. The guard doesn't
It's
stop.
not
them
going to
before-
stop him. Yeah.
The gate opens. They pull in. If they were like spies, they totally smash them and blow some shit up.
Yeah.
So the gate opens. They pull in the guard guns. And what I was really kind of bothered by this moment is. It's really badly shot. I mean, there's no light on them.
And
there's an element to which there's something maybe cool about the fact that there's a shadow cast over Hasline, but it's also cast over Dixon. I mean, if they were coming to deliver bad news, there could be something
that up?
done. What?
Do you have that
Yeah.
up that I could see it?
There could be something cool done with the idea that the shadows are on them as if they're about to deliver bad news, but it's just poorly shot. I mean, that's not what's being done here.
Well, once again, that's another. And okay, so if we're going to talk about the motivation of the light, at least you're in an outdoor setting that's a camp that could have a stationary light, but you can entirely see that is, in fact, when they pull away, you can almost see the focal point of the light on the door. So that's maybe 1K, 2K light they've tossed up right there. What you usually do to combat that is a lot of times when you see in film, the people will have a harsh blue light kicked up on them, and it's supposed to be the lights off
From
of
inside the car,
instrumentation and whatnot.
Oh, yeah,
They don't-
yeah.
If they'd at least done that, you could have put a yellow or blue light, anything that just sort of kicked up and gives the car a sense of being alive too. Because whether you like it or not, a car is a living creature in a movie like that.
That movie trope of the light from the car coming right on your face, that would be blinding everybody driving their car. Yeah.
So I do like it nowadays where they actually put the light and they dim it,
Yeah.
and you just barely get a little kiss of light up on them.
So they pull into the facility, they park, and
Everybody does half-speed urgent running.
so everybody moves from camera left to camera right, going in a direction away from the facility, while Hasline and Dixon go towards the facility. And thinking about the next couple of minutes, I understand what's going on. Thinking about this moment, I'm like, why are they running away? Like, it literally looks like they're running away. They're running. They're all kind of running towards camera right, but Dixon and Hassan are going into the facility, and the other guys are running away from the facility, and it looks really weird.
But the reason you do that with screen direction is to show chaos. So when I watched the moment they're in the car, I found myself, and again, I know this is part of watching minute by minute, I had to rewind and figure out where they were. Because at this point, I was like, wait, where was that study they were talking before? Why are they doing that? Why am I in a car? What's provoked them to be in this car? There's a ton of that kind of thing going on too, where they just happen to be in the car coming back there at the very moment that all this occurs. And it's the reason that, at least usually when you have someone leave, they needed to be where the council was and be told that something's happening there. So they leave and come there. It just feels very disjointed. So, I mean, I get the camera action can be chaotic to you at the point of not making sense. I find the entire probably last 3 to 5 minutes not making true film language sense.
Do you think there was a little bit of measuring between Hasline and Dixon when they were racing up there to see if Dixon could keep up with Hasline or Hasline could leave
Who's
him in
going
the
to
dirt?
run in front?
Yeah.
Well, who is running in front? Let me look.
Hasline's in front. I believe.
Hasline's in front.
Yeah. So is he trying to leave Dixon behind? Is Dixon trying to keep up with him? What's going on there?
Hasline just wants to kill some apes, and besides,
Let's go.
Let's be honest.
He's got a murder
I
bro.
mean, at this point, all they know is administration doctor. It's urgent. I mean, they weren't given any cues to what's going on. Administration doctor. It's urgent.
Yeah, they have to go to administration. It's urgent. But if they hadn't shown up, what would have happened?
Okay, but we talked about this before. This film is so literal that we are at a location. You have to get in the car to drive to another location. If they had that scene, and at the very end, somebody walks up behind the one when Hasline's over Dixon's shoulder. Dr. Haslam, there's an urgent matter at Camp 11.
Yeah.
Cut. Now, that tells us then when we see Zira and Cornelius in the woods again, it's been enough